Now this is what I'm interested to see, this Wolseley Six in Harvest Gold. This is a car I learnt to drive in one of these. Oh, fantastic. Well, look at this. 1973-74 Wolseley Six in Harvest Gold. What a fantastic example. And these are rare cars now. This is near as a new that you would get. I've not seen a better example for a long, long time. Oh, it's gorgeous. And look at the seams there under the lights. Perfect. You can tell the Wolseley Six from the Wolseley 1885 because of that matte black bezel around the light. On the 1885 they're actually silver, just plain silver. If memory serves me right, it's got a low mileage, hasn't it?
37,000.
37,000. Is the woodwork all original? It is, isn't it? Yeah. And you tended to find that the steering wheels, the wood on the steering wheel, used to curl up, didn't it, at the edges, the veneer. Do you know, as I say, that interior is lovely. I mean, I know it's not original, but you can't get original now. But that's the best example that I've seen as an alternative, and probably more durable.
Feels lush as well.
Yeah, it's a bit like the settees that you used to get in the 70s. You know, you used to get Draylon, didn't you?
Draylon, yeah. There's a word I've not heard for a long time. Draylon.
Yeah. Now, the original door cards, anyway.
Right, I'm going to have a wander around. Right, okay, I'll catch up with you in a bit. Yeah, I've only done your car and I've just spent 20 minutes talking to somebody about mine. So not doing very well. Right, I'll catch you in a bit.
Would it be alright if I open the back doors and have a look in? Because you just have so much room in there, don't you?
Yeah.
As I say, you used to be able to hold a dancing, there was that much room in the back. I mean, when you consider the overall length of the vehicle, I used to think they were big cars, but they're not big cars. They're only about 14 inches bigger than a 1300. Yeah. But they have so much room because of the transverse engine, and it just gives you so much legroom. That is gorgeous. Oh, lovely. Yeah, you never used to suffer with headlining sagging knees in those days, did you? Because they all used to be like held up with like strips, didn't they, underneath?
Yeah.
Well, do you know, this is the nicest example that I have seen.
Thank you. Try and keep
I can't remember when I've seen one that looked as nice. I haven't. You just don't see them, do you?
There's only 40 left.
Yeah. It's a rare car, and that's why I was so keen when I said, by God, you can see even all the spot welds there in the wheel arch. And this is
no rocks.
No. As I say, I saw it come up at Mathewson's sale, and I was tempted, and I thought, much as it'd be nice, I don't need it. You know, I've got too many. But so you've given it a full repaint, have you?
Yeah.
You've done a lovely job. I love Harvest Gold. A lot of people that go on about it, don't they? Oh, it's one of them Marmite colours.
It's the 70s colour, isn't it?
I think it's a lovely colour. Yeah. And it touched up so well when you used to get a spray tin out and you used to have to touch it up. It was just marvellous. So who did the paintwork for you?
The company in Coxall.
Oh yes, they've done a lovely job.
Yeah.
Because they used to go around the seams here, didn't they? Yeah. And obviously where they catch water along there. And the boot lids used to go on the corners as well.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, they're really good.
Yeah, they've done a nice job. So there wouldn't have been much in the way of rust on it, was there, when you bought it?
There's just 3 little bits on the doors,
yeah.
of the doors, so we get those repaired. And the plan was we'll just get those repaired and blow them in. And then we looked at it and thought, well, taking the wing mirrors off the front wings.
Oh yeah, it had wing mirrors and you took them off. Yeah, we didn't have wing mirrors, but we had a door mirror like you have. We fitted the door mirror.
Yeah. So
because we had a caravan, you know.
Because we did that, we'll get 2 sides done, and then it's like, well, if we do the top of the wings, we'll have to do the bonnet.
Yeah.
If we're doing the bonnet, we might as well do the roof and do the boot. So we did the whole thing.
It looks lovely. It looks like a new car. Sorry. Well, I think you've got a lovely car. I love these, I really do.
Well,
The land crabs as people.
I do as well. The owners club have been fantastic with all the spares and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
Oh yeah, I know. I was speaking to a guy in the owners club over at Ripon. I spoke to him a few times, and they're very knowledgeable. And
I rang him on Thursday because I need a new clutch. I rang him Wednesday night about 9 o'clock, and the clutch came at 9 o'clock on Friday morning.
marvellous. So it is a manual, as you say, isn't it?
Manual
and with power steering, which was an option.
Yeah.
You had to buy them as an option. And the automatics used to have like a handle down on the dashboard, didn't they? The selector was on the dashboard.
Yeah.
But I was looking at how nice those and crisp that the seam is underneath the headlights, because they always tended to go there.
Yeah.
And obviously you've got all the lower valance panel. So it's presumably had a badge bar on it at some time, has it?
Yeah, and a bit of a mistake really, because when it was going for paint, because we'd welded these up.
Yeah, I think that's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
To get rid of the wing mirrors. You can't tell it's been done.
No.
It's fantastic. They've done a lovely job. Yeah. They really have.
So we should have, and we were going to weld those two holes up.
Yeah.
But
doesn't make any difference. It didn't spoil anything.
Came back from paint and went, oh shit. So we just put two chrome dome ducts on, and it's obviously had a badge bar on it.
Yeah. So it could have another one if you wanted any time.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look wrong. It's all pure. And what I like about it is the fact that you've got overriders on it.
Yeah.
Overriders they were another option.
Right.
My dad's had overriders. And when you used to see them with just the plain bumper bar, I always thought they just looked a little bit plain. Yeah. That just finished it off for me when you used to get the overriders on them. Your little Wolseley badge will light up in the centre, does it? Yeah. And a lot of people mistake 1885s and Wolseley Sixes, and they can't tell at a glance. Apart from they brought the Wolseley Six out in 72, 72 to 74. That's the difference, exactly. That's the identifier. If you can't tell about the age of the vehicle by the number plate, that's the giveaway, yeah. It's the 2.2 litre engine, isn't it? But, yeah. Do you know, and miles per gallon, have you worked out what you get with it yet?
Not really, I mean, that far in it, but I don't know.
It doesn't matter, does it? You're enjoying
really,
it.
No.
Well, I think my dad used to get about, on a good run, he'd get 27 miles per gallon.
Yeah, something like that.
Because it has twin carbs, isn't it? As you see. And
probably gets a tank full a year.
Yeah. But they are a lovely car, and of course with the hard elastic suspension as well.
Just glides.
Oh yeah, they're lovely, and they're much underestimated cars.
Yeah.
My granddad had a Wolseley Six. He had a midnight blue one, which he got. It was a 73. It had 31,000 miles when he got it, and it was in 76. I think he got it. So it'd been 3 years old. Yeah. And then my dad got the Harvest Gold Wolseley Six like this one in 1980, and I'd have loved to have had one, but I couldn't afford one at the time, Yeah. And now you can afford them, you just can't get them.
Yes.
And this, to me, is the combination that I would love, because I love Harvest Gold. Yeah. I mean, I like Midnight Blue as well, but I mean, my granddad as well used to have 1800s, and he had loads of 1800s. He had a Mark 1 1800, the one with the proper leather seats in, and I used to love the Austin 3 litres as well. Yeah. They're lovely cars. Much underestimated. Yes. I think they're very stylish.
Lovely.
I can't believe so many people just think, But I think, well, you're missing out.
The Maxi, the 1800 and the 3 litre all had the same doors.
Oh, yes. As well, it shares the doors with the Panther DeVille.
Yes.
Yeah. And, you're right. And of course, the Maxi was Britain's first hatchback, proper hatchback, wasn't it? But I love them. I really do. I think they're absolutely gods. I think this is absolutely fantastic. Have you had to do much under the engine bay to tidy it up, or was it not too bad?
The original owner in 1990 put it into a BL ship.
Yeah.
And had it all. They must have taken the engine out and had it all padded out with this really horrible
soundproof
stuff. And had a metal back.
Yeah.
Like lead.
Yeah.
And it was glued in.
Oh, heck.
It looked awful. So we took it all out. It took us ages to get it all out and get all the glue cleaned off.
Yeah.
And then we just set to and little by little, just did bits and pieces and painted
So,
it.
what did you do when you got it? Did you have anything done in the engine bay, or
No, we had to do the whole
did
thing.
you take the engine out, or did you?
No. Did it all
Well,
in situ.
do you know, and this to me, it's the best example I've seen. I mean,
Right.
to me, it's as though it's just come out the showroom, and you just, I mean, you'll see yourself when you see them online for sale and different ones, you don't see them to this standard. And this, to me, you couldn't get it. This is the nearest you get to a new one. I think it's gorgeous.
So, because we didn't have anything to do with it structurally. It was such a good car
Yeah.
to start with.
Yeah, I knew I should have gone and looked at it.
Yeah, well.
No, I'm very happy for you. I think it's a lovely car, I think. And as I say, I learnt to drive in one. And that and an Austin Allegro it was. The driving instructor was an Allegro, but my dad very bravely let me drive his Wolseley Six. I used to drive up and down the A1 in it, learning to drive. But they're lovely cars, they really are. And I caught up with the Wolseley and its owner again a few weeks later at Rip and Racecourse. And as the bonnet was down, I had to take some more footage. And I'm pleased to say I saw it again this weekend at Wynyard Hall. So after years of not seeing one, it's great to see one out there locally that's been used and enjoyed, because it just brings back so many memories. The gentleman who bought this car has done a really good job of bringing it back to as new condition. And as I commented to him, the paintwork hasn't been over restored. It's just got the right degree of finish, as it would have done when it left the factory. And it just reminded me so much of my dad's car. Now, with Harvest Gold cars, they came in two trim colour options, and you could either choose navy blue or olive green. And this car was the one with olive green trim, as was my dad's. And to me, there was just no contest, because olive green was the one to have. Navy blue just looked so wrong to me. Now, the interior, of course, isn't totally original, because the seat facings were originally a brushed nylon finish. But over the years, of course, the interior's faded, they wore through, they delaminated from the foam. And I've seen other Wolseys where they've fitted PVC seats as per the Wolsey 1885 and other cloth variations. But to me, none of them have looked right. But of course, the problem is the original cloth is no longer available. So what do? Well, you do what's been done here. And this gentleman found a really good trimmer, and he came up with the best cloth alternative he could, and he's just got it so right, in my opinion. It's just such a rich colour, and it works so well. Well, it's passed my test, and it's passed the test with flying colours, and believe me, I don't say that lightly. As far as I'm concerned, some people have the touch with cars, others don't. To me, this gentleman certainly has the touch. And from what was a good original car, he's brought it back to as new. So I have to say, hats off to him, because it's just a lovely, lovely car. And I don't think that this car could have looked any better in 1974 when it was brand new. And this was my dad's car, and it's the one I learnt to drive in. Unfortunately, the old pictures don't do the car the justice it deserves. The colours aren't quite right there. But it's the best I could do with what I had. Now, I remember going to see this car with him, and it appealed to us because it was a manual car and it didn't have power steering. And he didn't want one that had power steering. It was the spec he wanted. It was for sale privately, and it was a one owner for a new car, and it had belonged to a headmaster. And he was selling the car because he was buying a new Austin Princess, a 2200 HLS in Sandglow. It was for sale for offers. So we made an offer as to what it was worth to us. And I remember he just laughed and declined. But it was us who had the last laugh, because a week later he rang us to ask if we were still interested. And the car was ours for our original offer price. Fond memories of what was a lovely car.